Guys, welcome back to the channel. So we did a video 2 weeks ago on the best NFT projects to buy in 2021. Now we're going to look at the worst NFTs to buy in 2021, like the worst NFTs that you can buy right now. So before I continue with the video, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and as always click the bell notification icon so you can stay up to date on all my recent videos. Remember guys, nothing that you see in this video is financial advice, so always make sure to do your own research. Pause the video, click the link in my description and join the Telegram group so you can stay up to date with all our latest updates, news updates, technical updates and much more major gems posted there. So let's continue with the video. So as you guys can see, it's been a fantastic year for the NFT market. As we approach the end of the year, I mean, valuations are getting more ridiculous, especially for certain projects, which I'm going to explain shortly. But how do we navigate this, right? We don't want to get FOMO. We don't want to, end up, so I don't care how much money you have, a loss is a loss, right? So we would have seen obviously one of the biggest, NFT projects this year would be Bored Ape, Mutant Ape, etc. And then we've got a lot of these new ape projects that are constantly coming out. Now the question is this a trend? So is this a trend that's going to die out, or is this something that's here to stay? Now, firstly, I would be super cautious when buying any Bored Apes or Mutant Apes right now. I mean, one can be seen by Steph Curry recently buying, yes, the basketball player, NBA player, Steph Curry recently bought a Bored Ape NFT. And I believe he bought it for around $186,000. It's now worth about 106, right? And I've looked at his portfolio. Most of the products that he's bought so far have been dramatically slashed in value. Now, obviously not the whole portfolio, but the ones I did look at. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because he's probably looking at the long term, right? So, and let's be honest, right? The guy's earning millions of dollars per year. He can afford to sit on these projects and, watch them fall by, almost 50%, and then literally in the next 4 years, 5 years, maybe these same projects will be worth millions, right? So he can afford to sit and wait. If you're watching this and you don't have millions or multi-millions, you don't have time to just sit on a project and hopefully it will play out in the next 4 to 5 years, then obviously you want to be careful with the way you are buying, right? So Bored Apes at the moment, me personally, I would not be buying now. I would literally be sitting on my hands, maybe waiting for price to fall, to fall, maybe, reduce slightly. When you see a good entry and prices maybe falling by 30 to 50%, that's when I would look for an entry. So Bored Ape right now, based on its valuations and the way it's climbed so high, I would not be plowing money into this at the moment, right? So yeah, that's one, right? And let's just go back. And of course, a lot of these projects as well are dependent on Ethereum as well. So there's many factors that play into this, guys. It's not as simple as okay, I'm gonna buy this project today and we'll see what happens. Unfortunately, if you plow in got Ethereum at an all-time high for these projects and Ethereum crashes by, let's say, 30 to 50%, you've still lost money, right? At the end of the day, you still lost money. And then the people that are buying up Ethereum at a cheaper price will be able to buy that same NFT for less money than they would have if you just been patient. So Bored Apes at the moment, I'd probably stay away from that, and I would be looking for the up and coming projects that I can sit on. For example, let's say VeeFriends. Like I said, this is a decent project. I mentioned it on my last best NFTs to buy, and it's going up in value, and there is a solid community for this as well, right? Cyberkongs is a project I have been watching as well, but again, I've completely stayed away from this NFT project because I'm literally just sitting on my hands and saying to myself, is this a trend, right? Will this be a story of all these NFTs that were purchased this year fall by about 80 to 90%, and it becomes one of those stories where this is why this is why I didn't put money in, or this is why I don't buy NFTs, right? You don't want to be on the wrong side of history. So anything that's inflated towards the end of the year, I'd probably stay away from. So Cyberkongs, I would stay away from that. Bored Ape, I would stay away from that completely. Maybe for a quick flip, I'll be looking at the newest, quote unquote, ape project. So let's say a new one has come out. I don't know. I believe there was a new launch. I'd have to update you guys on it, but I believe there was a new launch of a new ape project. And let's be honest, even if you spend a small amount of money on it to start with, you can expect there to be that hype phase, and you could easily 10x your money, or even 5x your money. So these are relatively quote unquote safer than these projects that have been overinflated already. Also, guys, the projects I would be staying away from as well would be, where was it? So I've had a deeper look into this project, and at the moment I'm still just having a look at it. I'm still just staying posted, staying tuned, and just watching this project from afar. Me personally, right now, I haven't put any money into this project, but it's something to look at, and this could actually be a project. Again, this for me is a make or break project. It could end up being like a crypto punk kind of project, or it can end up just being a fad, and of course goes to zero as well, right? So staying tuned for this project, but I'm not going to say that it's one of the worst things to buy right now, because it's literally like flipping a coin, like most of these NFTs as well. But I mean, the main reason why I wanted to make this video is because I just feel like a lot of people are now getting caught up in the hype, and a lot of people unfortunately will lose money, and it's very unfortunate. But again, these things they can be very hit and miss. If it goes well, it goes extremely well, and if it goes bad, it goes extremely bad. So personally, right now, I'd be looking at the more stable projects. I would still be looking at Hashmask, looking at stocking up on Hashmask while it's relatively cheap. This is going to be a monster. I would still be, VeeFriends. I'm still super bullish on that. So Rare, I like that project as well. CryptoPunks, in my opinion, is here to stay. Obviously, you still have to be careful about the prices in which you buy some of these punks, because of course everything has a value, and just because a project is priced at 1 million now, although the project has value, this market could be down for maybe 2 years, and then you see projects slash by 30 to 50%, and then obviously you see a boom again. But CryptoPunks, super bullish on long term. But yeah, and obviously for those of you looking at more affordable projects, I would start looking at maybe Axie Infinity. I would start looking at projects like Omi, Hashmask as well, really affordable at the moment. Again, NBA Top Shop. These and So Rare, I feel like you would have to understand. You'd have to understand, for example, football, which is known as soccer in America, and NBA basketball. If you don't know much about it, then of course you're not going to be you're not going to have a competitive advantage in these markets. So you have to know what you're doing. But these are fairly good projects if you know, if you understand the game, the sport, basically. But yeah, guys, just to conclude, the NFT market at the moment is really really brewing up, and I'll tell you guys, like I said a few months ago, things will hit the fan soon, but there's no problem with that. I mean, markets have to correct, right? So I wouldn't be concerned. The question is, can you stomach the drawdown? Can you stomach your NFT being down 50% for a few years? If you can stomach that, then of course, now's always a good time to buy, provided that you're in the right projects. But yeah, guys, we'll leave it at that for now. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be talking more specifically about the projects that I'm watching. But I really like VeeFriends at the moment. I really like Hashmask at the moment. Pudgy Penguins I also like. But again, this is still a project where I'm thinking, is this a fad or is this here to stay? And that's what I will be looking at mainly this year. Because of course, guys, nobody likes to waste money. But remember, when I was a fearful, be greedy. And when I was a greedy, be extremely fearful. And with that being said, guys, seize the day.